Okay, I promise you this video is not one of my rants. But in the time that I've been doing this, I realized there are two kinds of people who watch overland videos on YouTube. Those who love to watch reviews because they want to get insight on new products that are out there, or they're doing research on something they want to buy. And then there are those who just do not at all like influencers, whatever that might mean. But here's the kicker, neither one of those people are wrong. Because let's be real, if you're getting stuff from companies to review, then how can you be credible in your review? So believe me, I get it. And as somebody who does get stuff from companies to review, if you can open your mind for just like 20 seconds, let me give you my point of view on why I do what I do. So first, let me address the most common comment, which is when people say, well, it would be nice if I got free stuff. Believe me when I tell you nothing is free. These companies demand content, and the amount of hours it takes just for the filming and editing of these videos, and all we get back is the actual product. I'm gonna be real, I would rather get paid. Not to mention the amount of money we spent ourselves just to build up our rigs, build up our channels, build up our subscriber count just for companies to even notice us. I'm still deeply in the hole is what I'm saying. Now, the second most common comment I get is when people say, well, I would say nice things too about the product if I'm getting it for free. Well, to that, I do have a very logical explanation. I strive to only work with companies that I already know. I get hit up every day by random different companies I've never heard of, and I say no. When I do reach out to a company that I've loved, or they reach out to me, those are products that I've already done my research on, products that I've already loved, and companies that I've already admired. Now, have there been times I've given glowing reviews on a product only to find later that I didn't like it? Yeah, absolutely. And there have been times too where I've been given products to review and I flat out told you guys what I didn't like about it. I want you to just consider this. Because we get this stuff from them, we are able to review it and give you guys our feedback on it before you actually buy it. Now granted, yeah, we could buy this stuff ourselves to make it more credible, whatever that might mean. But what if we wanted to compare a bunch of different products in that category, like different power banks or different fridges? Not everybody has the financial means to buy 4 or 5 fridges just to be able to review them all for you. I sometimes get my hands on really premium products that I personally couldn't ever afford. But because I get these products, I'm able to give the review for you guys before you might even consider buying it. But I mentioned all of that, and I want you to consider everything I just said, because today we're reviewing products from a company that produced one of the most controversial gear on the market. And that company is DMOS shovels. DMOS came out onto the scene about a few years ago with these shovels that no one can deny were amazing. Like, they look great, they were awesome, they're compact, and when you put them up on the rig, it just looks super clean versus just having like some shovel mounted to your rig. But when you go and check out the pricing, that's where things got a little bit polarizing, because for one of those flagship shovels that they had, it was like $150 to $200, and then you buy the mount for it, which was another $200 to $250. So you're looking at a setup of about $450. And the main thing that people were saying was, why would I ever buy a shovel for $450? But despite that price point, even till today, their shovels continue to sell out, which tells you just how much people like the product and are willing to pay for it. Now, in the last year or so, they went through a little bit of a restructuring. If you were to go on their website, a lot of their shovels were not even being produced, but that restructuring is now over, and basically DMOS is back. Now, they didn't send me one of those expensive flagship shovels that I was talking about, because those are actually being mass produced as of right now and won't be available for like another couple of months. But they at least wanted to get this going and get some reviews out there, and so they sent me some gear here that I am really excited to show you. So first up is the bag. This is what they call the rally bag, and it was made for their recovery gear. Now, I have not needed a bag. I have enough bags to last me forever, but after seeing this, I'm loving the green and the orange pulls and the utility of it, that like I have to find a way to use this somehow. On one side, you have this zipper that has a pretty spacious pocket. It goes from here to like here, and it goes about that deep. And then right on top, you have this strap here, and this will allow you to basically put whatever or cinch things down. So you can put one of their shovels here and lock it down there, or whatever else you might need. On the other side, you have MOLLE strap. In fact, they actually sent me one of their MOLLE bags that we'll walk through in a while. You also have this little reflective Velcro, and then you can, if you wanted to, like label this, put your name or whatever on there, and it just kind of locks into there. And there's also another one at the top as well. Oh, you do have another one here as well. 2 handles on each side. There is no kind of carry strap. If this gets a little bit heavy, then there's nowhere for you to really just put a strap on it. You're just going to be carrying it like this. And the straps are kind of secured in 1, 2, 3, and 4 areas. For my use, that's going to be just fine. But for like recovery bags, if it does get heavy, because you have snatch blocks and things like that that can get really, really heavy, it would have been cool for the strap to kind of go all the way around over to the other side, so that you have just a little bit more security and nothing's gonna basically break. Now the bottom is just fabric. I would have loved if they would have lined this with some sort of like rubber or whatever. Like instead of this black fabric here, it would have been nice that if this would have been like rubberized, because we're putting it down on dirt and stuff, and as you can see, it already will start to kind of get dirty on you. It'd be nice if they had some sort of like plastic or rubber that can just kind of wash off. Inside you just have this big empty well, and that's why it was like great for my clothing. And then you have pockets here that are meshed. You have one here, and one here. Would have been cool if there's some sort of Velcro or whatever, so you can kind of lock that down. And then you also have another one of these. There's a ton of these everywhere, and I guess, I mean, if you want to label what's what, right? Because there's another one here also. And this right here, this pocket was made to fit one of their shovels. In fact, this one. So there's that. Now with that, you can get one of their pouches. Also has the orange pulls. You also get another label right here. It's your standard kind of your like Maxpedition style type of MOLLE bag. And then you have this, which is full Velcro right here, with just a big open slot. But that's the rally bag. Normal price is $120, but right now it's on sale for $116. So for a really nice bag, really cool colors, lots of utility, that's not bad at all compared to some of the other bags that are out there. So let's actually now talk about their shovels. The first shovel they sent me, this is called their Nomad, and they said this is really great for sand because of the way that this thing is shaped. It's a smaller shovel, great for light usage, and it does come in 2 parts, which makes it really compact. You just put it together like this, but I will say that this can get a little bit finicky when you're trying to take it back apart, because you have to press these 2 buttons and then kind of finagle it out like that. So on the face of this, you have the DMOS logo that's been cut out, and you also have the bottle opener. Now, I don't know why there's this need to put a bottle opener on everything. I mean, it's fine, but I don't know if I really want to be opening my bottles with a shovel, knowing that this will probably be dirty. If I've been digging and stuff, I don't know if I want to pop a bottle open with this. Also, my concern is that because this is all cut out, if I'm digging up sand or whatever, is it gonna just come out through here and it's not really gonna hold it in place. This does come in this kind of anodized kind of silver color. It looks really nice, by the way, although it would be awesome if this came in a variety of other colors, like, anodized black or maybe anodized gold or blue. That would be amazing. Nice medium duty shovel, comes in at $99, but currently on sale for $89, which compared to other shovels that are out there is not bad at all, considering that it also has the DMOS name. You see this? You try to do a review, but then Florida wants to Florida. We'll be back. So anyway, before we were rudely interrupted, this is why I don't do reviews outdoors. The next shovel they sent me is the Nomad Mini. Now, before you start, yeah, it's a very cute little shovel. And you might think, yeah, that's for a kid. I mean, I don't know if it is, although on their website, they literally have a picture of a kid using this shovel. I want you to think about the applications you can use this for simply because of its small size. Like you can use this to dig a hole for your campfire. You can use this to move the logs around. And I know a lot of us don't want to talk about it, but this is one of those things that you can use for when you're doing your business in the woods. Now, I wouldn't mount this on the outside of the Jeep, although I should because that would be hilarious. But having something this small, I can pack this anywhere. This can go in my recovery kit. This can go in my camp kit. This can go in a lot of places. I know that you can, on Amazon, you can get those, I don't know, those survival shovels that fold up, and I've owned 3 or 4 of those, and every single one has either rusted out or broken, and all the survival stuff that it comes with are all like crap. Stop buying that. And sometimes those survival shovels run around $35, $40, maybe even $50. Yeah, you don't need all that other stuff. This one comes in at $44.10. So not bad at all for like a nice little very light work utility shovel. I do wish that this also came in a bunch of other colors. Right now it only comes in blue, and it does have the DMOS cut out here, which again, I mean, if you're shoveling pretty quickly, it's not really gonna bother you. The size of this is not gonna be that detrimental. But I am glad there's no bottle opener on this thing, although a bottle opener on this thing would make a lot more sense than on that bigger thing. And then finally, the last thing they sent, this is the one that I'm really excited about. This is their universal mount. Whatever shovel you have, or whatever, maybe an axe or whatever it is that you have, you can mount with this. Opens up like this, you put whatever you need here, closes back down, and then this comes up here, and all you got to do is tighten it and it stays secure. I have had nothing but issues with mounts, whether it's for an axe or whether it's for a shovel. Every one that I've ever gotten, there was always something wrong with it because it was a lot more complicated than it needed to be. I used to have the Smitty built one that held both an axe and the shovel. There's a video on that, and I got rid of that in about a couple of months because it rusted, and then on top of that, the shovel and axe would fall on you because of the way like it latches. And then I tried using quick fists, and quick fists are great for smaller stuff, but when it comes to like heavier axes and shovels, you'll notice that there's some play because it's made of rubber. This makes mounting a lot easier. It's going to be sturdy, and on top of that, very easy to deploy and add whatever it is that you need. On the back, you have a bunch of different mounting holes, so wherever you want to put it onto, you have the holes for that. And then you also have on the side, you have the DMOS logo. Now that's a nice place to put that logo. And then right here, you actually have a place to put a lock. Now, price for this, $149. Now, before you go nuts, I was talking to my friend Carlos, and he was telling me that the Rhino Rack shovel mount, that one is about $150 as well. And I think that's where the disconnect kind of happens, right? Because if you were to look at DMOS's flagship shovels, those are about $130, $140 for like the Deltas, and those are comparable to some of the other pretty popular shovels that are out there like Crazy Beaver. What adds to the cost is when you buy the mounts. And I used to wonder, why are these mounts so expensive? But after having used a bunch of different shovel mounts and axe mounts, you would think that coming up with a really good shovel or axe mount would be super simple, and yet the videos that I've done on my shovel mounts and axe mounts have gotten a lot of views and a ton of questions because it really is hard to find a good shovel or axe mount that's easy to deploy, easy to put away. That's why the cost for these are a little bit higher, because of how easy they are to use and how the quality of these are really good. I mean, deploying this is going to be so much easier than any other mount I've ever had. You just put your shovel on there, close it down, and then this adjusts. And if you were to buy one of DMOS's flagship shovels, those have their particular mounts as well that are more expensive than the shovel itself, and yet those You can mount anywhere, and once you put the shovel on there, it's gonna look super clean and it looks really good. During our initial conversation, I did ask them, you know, when you look at some of your flagship shovels along with your mounts and you're looking at about $400, like what do you say to people who might say, man, that's pretty pricey? And they basically said to me, we continuously sell out. So there are people that love our products, those that want a good quality shovel that will basically last you a lifetime and looks pretty damn good on your rig. That $400 can easily be justified. And to be honest, I love that about them. They are unapologetic in what it is that they're offering. They know what they have. That just sounded like someone selling an old Land Cruiser on Facebook. Don't lowball me, bro. I know what I have. DMOS is very self-aware, and I think that when you are confident in your product, you know that it's going to stand the test of time, you know the quality that's behind it, you can put out pricing like they do. Are there cheaper shovels out there, cheaper mounts out there? Yes. Again, I am not here to convince you to buy DMOS stuff. I am just letting you know that DMOS makes really good stuff. Let's not kid ourselves. When we all saw the DMOS shovels come out and the way they were mounted up and how good they looked, everybody wanted it. The hang up becomes where the pricing is concerned, which leads me back to this whole influencer thing. Should you listen to us? And what's sad is that I know a lot of you have been disheartened by other influencers who are peddling products and then you buy it and it's crap, and these guys will just say anything and everything to sell you on a particular product, and then eventually watching enough of those and all the credibility from influencers who do get free products just gets thrown out the window. My promise has always been to my audience, like I want to make sure that I try to be as credible as I can possibly be, despite that I'm getting some of this stuff. I mean, these are just shovels, man, and yeah, these are a lot more affordable than their flagship ones, but maybe you want something a lot more robust, and maybe a shovel from Home Depot suits you just fine and it's worked out great for you. Or maybe you spent money on a Crazy Beaver, which is a little bit more pricier. All I'm saying is, let's be real. When you watch these review videos, for the most part, you guys have already made up your minds. Either what we say is just gonna reinforce your decision to buy it, or we might say something that might make you change your mind about that product, or you were never gonna get it anyway and nothing we can say will help change that. The only one you really need to listen to is not us, it's your gut and also maybe your wallet. All I'm asking is that once in a while, give influencers a chance, because we might have some tidbits that you can get a lot of use out of. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you don't smash, dig up that like button, subscribe to our channel, click that notification bell so we can let you be aware of new videos when they come out. And if it moves you, support us on Patreon. It gives you access to all of our videos before everyone else and gives you access to our live streams when we do them. And as always, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at, I have a blank space right here, Beast of Burden 4601. My name is Asia Sampson, and I will see you next time. Please stop raining. God.